It's a fair challenge, and one of the first things I did when I became Prime Minister was to get in the scientists and to go over the numbers for my own satisfaction at really quite some length. And there were all sorts of graphs and all sorts of points that they produced. But there was one thing that I've just found absolutely incontrovertible. It was this a vertical kink upwards in the anthropogenically caused temperatures over the last period and projections for what would happen in the future. And I'm afraid that left me in absolutely no doubt about what we've got to do. The temperature rises and falls naturally over long periods of time, but we've seen nothing like this huge spike that is being caused by humanity. And we've got very little time to fix it. The temperature of the Earth will rise remorselessly over the next century and more, unless we can take steps now to bring it under control. And all we're trying to do at COP 26 next week is to restrain that growth. That's all we can hope to do, and that's why we're asking people to make the commitments that they are.
If there was one thing, because I report on this, if there's one thing to take away from COP that is a success, a tangible thing that we could measure how COP26 in Glasgow success, what would it be? Simple one thing.
The one thing we've got to achieve is to ensure that we keep alive the prospect of restricting the growth in the temperature of our planet to 1.5 degrees by the end of the century. That's what it's all about. If we can do that, then we stop the prospect of so much desertification. We stop the prospect of the huge geopolitical consequences of climate change, and that's what we're trying to do. But to do that, there are a load of different things that you need to do, with reductions in coal output, reductions in use of cars, planting millions of trees, and so on.